Hey there, friends. Welcome to episode number 181 of It'll Be Fine. Did I say 181? I'll be fine. I'm your friend and your pal, Kelly Zemnickis. And as we do each week on the show, I forget something, but I also, along with my guest, take a recipe and we whip up something we have never made before. But we go forward with the confidence that it's going to be fine, because there's editing. On today's show, we are having ourselves a cookie party. We're doing two kinds of cookies, one sweet, one savory. You heard me right, a savory cookie. And I am baking alongside the incredibly talented, he's a storyteller, he's a comedian, he's also a teacher. He's just doing all the things and doing them right, with style and humor and awesomeness. Paul Hutcheson is on the show today. I am so excited to see him. We've not seen each other in a minute, and he's on his way up right now. So it's going to be fine. Get out the balloons.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, no problem.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you for the invite, Kelly.
When did we last see each other in person? 2019?
Yes, I think so. It's been a while.
Excellent. Yay! I'm excited. We are doing two kinds of cookies today.
Yes.
Which I'm super...
And a meringue. I've never made a meringue ever in my life. I didn't really even think that you could do it in your kitchen. I thought it was only for
Think the meringue
high-end
fairies
bakers.
come?
Yeah, you know only the people that make it in shops.
We meet 2000,
See, I was just thinking that
2008?
Or was it 2007 at the Frigid Festival?
It was at the Frigid Festival. Insert photo
So, but it
of when we
wasn't-
met here. I was taller when I met you.
Really?
It's true. I am now 5'3". I was
Wow.
5'4.5" when we met.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think my height's changed. I think I've always remained consistent at 6'1". So
We're doing a cookie party. It is holiday time. You do some teaching.
Yes.
Time of giving gifts,
Mhm.
maybe to a teacher or
I
your
won't
neighbor.
get any gifts. I'm just a sub. They don't give gifts to subs.
We should start.
They
a
give
GoFund-
days because they're also burnt out and shit. But they do not give. I do not come and just go with like, oh, Paul, look at the kids have left you a gift.
We should change that.
Maybe some dirty looks as gifts.
Maybe.
I give it back, so it
Well,
doesn't matter.
you're taking home cookies today.
Wonderful.
Because we're making some cookies. We're making two
Cheddar.
kinds.
Oh, we're making cheddar.
Two kinds. We're doing
okay.
savory and sweet.
Okay.
So we're going to kind of go in between here. Start one, let it rest,
Yes.
get the other going.
Okay.
We're starting off with.
I do not bake.
That's why I'm here.
Good to
It's
hear.
helpful.
Good.
So those watching at home, just scroll down into the YouTube show description. You will see the link to play along at home and make this yourself. This first recipe here is from 2016
Wow.
from a recipe called food.com. I don't know if it still exists. But a cheddar cheese cookie recipe that was sent in by Marg on December 15th, 2004.
Old school cooking we're doing today. Old
And my
school
favorite
cooking.
part, read the last sentence.
I used to have a coworker who I had to make these for every year at our Christmas party. Well, what's her name again?
Marg.
Marg. I'm really hoping I can give some to my Christmas party as well.
I'm hoping it wasn't done like
I love that
forcefully.
name though, Marg.
Marg's
Short for Margaret. My grandmother's name was Marg.
It's a
You
good
don't not
name.
love a Marg.
It's a good name, and
Marg
I
is
love
the
the
best.
honesty.
Yeah,
and
I
she
do
says
too.
here, this is a nice change from all those sweet cookies
Oh
out
yeah,
there.
those coconut sweet shortbread
I know.
deliciousness.
We're gonna make
Give me
those-
some cheese cookies
We're gonna
instead.
make those
Santa.
next. So here's what you need for this. Super simple. You're going to take a sharp shredded cheddar cheese. You can pre-buy it shredded. You need some flour and some melted butter. And it's
That's
November
it.
here, but it's hot as fuck right now for November 10th. when we're
Yes.
filming.
It's
This
amazing.
is nuts. Directions, put it all in one bowl, mix together with your hand.
Wow.
One hand. One hand.
Does it say specifically one
It
hand?
just says your hand. I washed my hands.
Yes, of course you did.
Wash your hands, friends. When this recipe was written, COVID was not a thing. The flu was, but COVID not so much.
Either way, you should have
Just
washed
wash your hands. Okay.
Even
All right. Mix with hand.
Yeah. Just one. Don't
Just
use
one.
your second.
Don't.
Get in there.
So clean out some space in your fridge. Make sure you have room for a tray, or do it on a couple of plates if that is easier too. Let me just.
Because we're just storing them. Do they need to be covered at all?
No, we
Good.
don't. We're just gonna make balls. Put them 2 inches apart on an ungreased sheet, and then refrigerate for 60 minutes. I
Balls
have
are
a
quite
phone.
dry.
That's okay. We'll be okay.
I know they'll be okay. Nothing wrong with dry balls.
They are little drysies. But we're using what Marg said to use. Half a cup of
Jeez,
butter,
we
that's
might
one
need it.
stick. Look at this! Balls! Yay!
Cheesy dry balls.
Cheesy dry. You know what? They
They're
got
gonna
kind of
taste
better
delicious.
as we squished them.
They did.
Because like you're
And they
molding
do
them.
stick.
They do stick. There we go. So this does not say to push them down, to flatten them down.
No.
So we're not going to do that. I'm assuming as the cookie eventually bakes, it'll shmurf.
Here's
Like
hoping.
schmush. But this goes into your fridge for 1 hour. Then, if you want to grab me that little sheet there
Yes.
on the counter, while this refrigerates, we're now going to make some
Giant raspberry and spice meringue. Wow,
tiny
meringue.
balls, big meringues.
Wow.
Those could be our stripper names.
I don't want tiny balls to be my stripper name. Smash the raspberries to a powder. Wow, we're smashing them to a powder.
Well, first off, if you want to hand me the cranberries over there. So,
Those are freeze-dried cranberries.
these are freeze-dried. The only ones I could find have a sour cherry flavoring to them. So, we're going to try these. I haven't tried
Oh, okay.
one. If we like them, we're going to smash them. If not, I've got green tea matcha powder, which could be kind of cool, or some allspice.
I don't even know why I turned my nose up at matcha, but it did. Sounds so
Okay.
healthy. Who wants matcha for
Matcha
Christmas?
cookies are good. All right, try.
I think those are going to be great.
I dig. Okay.
I take
All
those
right.
a lot. And then
You know what?
1/3 of a cup.
We're gonna
Right.
put these into a coffee grinder. Grind them up quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. All right. Alrighty. So we used the coffee grinder. Did this to the sour cherry cranberry, which I think
Yes, it's
very
very good.
holiday.
Very tasty.
It's gonna go good with the allspice, or the 5 spice I have. This also calls for a pinch of ground star anise. Can I be honest? I've yet to find star anise
Yeah.
in my grocery store. I don't know if my grocery store
Bulk
just
Barn?
doesn't like it. Maybe
I
bulk
think
barn.
bulk stores have it for
Maybe.
sure. Yeah.
Maybe. This recipe also calls for 6 egg whites because we're making meringues. If you're like me, you can save yourself a huge mess and just buy egg whites in a box.
Yeah. It's great.
Do that. If you want to use an actual egg and just use the egg whites, then find 5 other friends, take the egg yolks, and do facials.
Oh,
It's
wow.
good for the skin.
Really? Have you done it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
I did not know that.
Or just have yourself like a big omelet with the cheese crackers. But no, it's a great facial.
They're cheese balls.
They're gonna be crackers. They're gonna be cookies. You know, they are cheddar cheese cookies, Mergs. This recipe is from the LCBO. Again, if you scroll down, it is
It's
indeed.
fancy recipes.
I know. This is from the holiday issue 2021.
And so
Yay.
6 egg whites. So they said that
Yes.
3 tablespoons
This says,
of the egg white equals 1 egg.
yeah, I have to move it here so I can see it.
That wouldn't happen when we first
All right.
met.
Okay, so it says here, to replace 1 large egg, use 3 tablespoons. To replace 1 egg white, use 2 tablespoons. So this calls for 6 large egg whites. So then we should do 12 tablespoons? Because we're placing the egg white, not the large egg. Right? Right? You follow? Yeah, okay. So here's what's going to happen. We are going to preheat the oven. Give me a second.
Yeah.
So we're going to preheat the oven to 250 degrees Fahrenheit, quite low. This is going to bake at a low temp for an hour and a half. But first off, set your oven to 250 and line 2 baking sheets with parchment paper.
Electric mixer, or preferably a stand mixer fitted with the whisk attachment. Beat egg whites and salt to soft peaks. So we also need how much salt?
Yeah,
does it
no,
say?
everything's pretty
Oh,
much.
just a pinch of salt.
Just a pinch. If you're ever wondering, friends, a pinch of salt is 1/8 of a teaspoon. It's getting there. You can do it, buddy. Consistency is really changing. So we're getting to that stiff peak or soft peak zone. Good with this. We got.
Yeah,
all
that's
right,
pretty
we're
stiff.
good with that. Okay.
Do you want me to just hand you things that we want to put in as it mixes?
Yes. All right. So as we mix, we are doing vinegar, cornstarch, vanilla, and our spices.
Add sugar in several additions, and you continue to beat until sugar. So we need 1.5 cups of sugar.
Yes. So that's
Slowly add it.
That's all here. But we're gonna wait till our peaks are softer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See, because we have to beat that to soft peaks.
Okay.
It's coming along. There's a beautiful consistency to this now, so we're getting to that stiff. You definitely see the glossiness, right? Yeah. It's art. That's a stiff peak. All right. Art. You have to whisper it like a 90s Calvin Klein commercial. Oh, look at this, kids.
Wow, that looks
Look
really
how pretty
lovely.
that is. Yay. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We did it.
Wow, we did exactly
Yay!
12?
We did.
Wow, that never happens.
That never happens. Oh my gosh, that's exciting. Alrighty. Okay, so this is going to bake, as I say, for an hour to 90 minutes. You're going to want at the halfway point to rotate your trays. So what I would do is set it for, say, 35 minutes. Once the bell rings, do a rotation, do another 35 to 40. All right, and you're going to want a crisp exterior. It's gonna be
Crisp
exciting.
exterior.
I know. All right, and then we're gonna find our cheese friends and bake those, but that's at a different temperature. So that'll be good. All right. So we have about 10 minutes left on the meringues before we give them a turn. So we're gonna head back to Marg's balls.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna
Barrels are chilling.
we're gonna put them in the old toaster oven. Do it in little increments. This says nothing about prepping the baking sheet.
Yeah, it's gonna be really easy.
Putting your balls on a sheet. That's a weird visual.
That is a bit.
All right, so timer just went off. Leave the oven. We're gonna keep going, but let's see. Oh, these look good, Paul.
They look
Look
amazing.
at that. Okay, so we're rotating. Woo. All right, I can do this. I got this. Yay! Boom! Done. So, and it smells amazing. So we're gonna set this for another half an hour. After an hour, we'll see where they're at. We want a stiff cookie. You don't want any shake to it. If you need to, go for another 30 minutes after that. Tiny baking sheet. We're gonna use the toaster oven for this one because the oven is in use. And as I say, this has no baking sheet prep on it whatsoever.
I think it is gonna be one of those ball cookies, though.
I
You know
think
what I
so.
mean? Where you bite it and it's a little lovely
but
and
look at the
crumbly.
picture.
Okay.
They're flat. Did Marg forget a step? Let's get in our time machine and fix this.
I think our cookies might be a little different.
That's okay.
That's okay.
We're all different. If you could just scratch
Oh.
and sniff the TV right now.
Those cheese cookies.
Here we go. Okay. So, Do you wanna tell the people what we did to them?
So we did flatten them a little bit with a spatula because they were looking like they needed that, and those look great.
They look great. So I'm gonna put these on a little baking rack and then do another round of them. The meringues are almost finished. It's so exciting.
They taste like they need salt. Did we forget salt?
There's no salt called for. You know what? Let's sprinkle
Mark.
some salt on this. It needs salt. I was right with the herb thing. This is a cracker.
Like a floury cracker.
You know what I want to do? I want to get in a time machine and find out who Marg had to make these for.
Marg. They're not like my grandma. My grandma would have put salt in them.
Was there saltier cheese in the early 2000s?
Like they're not.
They'll
They'll probably be better cold without the salt.
Oh, okay.
But they are a little floury.
I mean, if you had some like tiny pickles
So good.
and some mortadella, this would be good on a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
I don't not like them, but I don't love them.
Right. Like I want.
Like
salt
I'm gonna
on
keep
it,
eating them.
Oh, I ate the whole thing. Don't get me wrong. It's edible for sure. Better than just edible.
Be pretty good. I think this would be. I like them. I think I like them. Oh my god!
I think what
is with this cookie?
I think what needed to happen was we needed to make them smaller
Yes.
and flatten them. Because I think if they were like half, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they would maybe have spread out a little bit more and not. But no, they're still good.
I kind of want more, but I don't love them. What is
I know, I
happening?
kinda
This
want a
is like
pickle,
a
though,
bad
with it.
boyfriend. This is the bad boyfriend cookie.
Why do I keep going back to crumbs?
Why do we call them still? These are just beautiful. Now, if you want to hand me that knife over there, we just want to do a little. That you just dropped on the ground. We're putting that. That's gonna go with chin spatula or face spatula. What did we
You
call
want
it?
just a regular? No.
Just something. We just want to give this a little give it a little light tap. See? That's what you want. We did with the cranberry sour cherry flavor. You want like a nice softness in the center. That's about right.
That chewy edge.
Oh, so good. That is amazing
chew.
flavor.
And it kind of tastes like a
chew.
beautifully done roasted marshmallow.
Yeah.
Almost.
This would be good with a little glass of wine. You got the pop of the spice,
That's very
which
good.
is beautiful. You made a meringue.
Very good. Well done.
This to me, some meringue. I need a bubble bath. Some Lionel Richie. Maybe a glass of wine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's a weird cookie, Mark.
Oh, that one was 10 times better than the first one I had.
It's a weird cookie.
That one's a lot better.
It's a lot better.
I think with the problem, did we not mix it enough, do you think? Because
Well,
the first one tasted quite floury and that one doesn't.
I mixed by hand.